She says it's not about the money, and you don't believe her. But what if she's telling the truth? What if the things that drive her crazy, the things she craves in a man, have nothing to do with your bank account? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most women don't fall in love with the richest guy. They fall for the man who makes them feel something money never could. In this video, we're going to uncover the 5 things women secretly love more than money, the hidden triggers of attraction, the things they'll never admit, and how you can use this knowledge to stop chasing and start pulling. So stay with me till the end. This isn't about manipulation. This is about understanding female psychology at its core and becoming the kind of man she wants to give herself to. You ready? Let's start with the first thing she loves more than money and why most men never see it coming. Women are drawn to power, but not the kind you show off. Not flashy cars, not expensive watches, not bragging about how much you make. No, it's the quiet power. The kind that walks into a room and doesn't need to speak to be felt. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you say no without explanation, the way you look someone in the eye without blinking. Because here's the truth. A man who controls himself is more powerful than a man who controls others. And women feel that. They feel it when you don't chase, when you don't flinch, and when you don't fold under pressure. She may not be able to explain it, but deep down she knows. This man, he doesn't need me, but he chose me. And that hits harder than any luxury lifestyle ever could. The second thing women secretly crave more than money is attention, but not the kind you think. You know, a man who gives a woman constant attention, texting all day, double texting, always available. She might smile. She might even say, "You're so sweet." But inside, she's slowly checking out. Because that kind of attention isn't attractive. It's needy. Now flip it. Imagine a man who's focused, driven, hard to access. But when he's with her, he's fully present. No phone, no distractions. Just eyes locked, fully listening. That's rare. That's powerful, because it says, I'm not desperate for you, but when I give you my time, you get all of me. If this is giving you real value, feel free to subscribe. It means a lot, and it helps the channel grow so I can keep creating more content like this for you. Here's the third thing women secretly love more than money: calm decisiveness. Not arrogance, not aggression, not domination. Just quiet, grounded certainty. A man who knows what he wants and moves toward it without needing permission. Because while some men hesitate, overthink, ask for endless opinions, he decides, he moves, he acts. Not because he's better than others, but because he trusts himself. And that trust is contagious. Women feel safe around a man who doesn't fold under pressure, who doesn't explode in anger, who doesn't freeze in doubt. Now picture this. She asks, "What do you want to do tonight?" The passive guy? "Whatever you want, babe." The controlling guy? "We're doing this, period." But the man with calm decisiveness? He says, "I made a reservation at 8. You're gonna love it." No push, no hesitation. Just leadership, with warmth. She might tease, roll her eyes, or act unimpressed. But deep down, she's already thinking about what dress to wear. Because that kind of certainty, it's rare, it's powerful, and it speaks louder than any gift ever could. The fourth thing women secretly love more than money? A man who knows himself. Not the polished version, not the version he shows on LinkedIn or Instagram, but the one behind closed doors. See, most men avoid themselves. They chase success, women, validation, anything to stay distracted. But a man who's done the inner work, you can feel it in how he talks, how he listens, how he handles tension without flinching. Because self-awareness isn't weakness, it's the beginning of mastery. Women don't want perfection, they want honesty without insecurity. Picture this. They're sitting at a quiet bar. She asks, "Why didn't things work with your ex?" Instead of ducking the question, he sips his drink, looks her in the eye and says, "We wanted different futures. I was chasing growth. She wanted comfort. I still respect her, but I couldn't shrink to fit." No drama, no bitterness, just clarity. She hears that, and something shifts. Because that answer says everything. He's not lost. He's not bitter. He's clear. And clarity? That's more seductive than any six-figure income. The fifth thing women secretly love more than money? Emotional safety. Not being controlled, not being monitored, and not being told what to do, but feeling like she can breathe around you, like she can speak her truth without fear of being judged, mocked, or ignored. Most men think security means buying her a house, or making six figures, or always being in charge. But the kind of security she truly craves? It's when you stay calm when she's not. It's when you listen without interrupting. It's when she breaks down and you don't try to fix her, you just hold space. Picture this. She's had a rough day. Everything went wrong at work. She's ranting, emotional, all over the place. One guy tries to fix it. "You should have done this. Next time, do that." Another guy just zones out, waiting for her to shut up. But the man she remembers? He puts down his phone, looks her in the eye, and says, "Tell me everything." He doesn't offer solutions. He just listens, with presence. No judgment, no rush, no ego. And for her, that's safer than any gated community. So what does all this really mean? These 5 things: power, focused attention, calm decisiveness, self-awareness, emotional safety. They're not just random traits, they're signals. Signals that say, this man isn't pretending, this man knows who he is, this man is solid. Because here's the truth most men miss. You don't attract women by doing a bunch of tricks. You attract them by being the man they secretly hope to meet, but rarely do. A man who doesn't try to impress. A man who doesn't chase. A man who lives on purpose, moves with clarity, and leads with calm strength. And when a woman sees that, she doesn't care how much is in your wallet. She cares how much is in your presence. That's what she remembers. That's what pulls her in. That's what makes her feel, truly feel, like she's next to something real. Here's the part no one tells you. Most men think women are complicated, but they're not. They just respond to real energy, and real energy comes from a man who's done the work. So now ask yourself, are you living like the man who gets chased, or the one who keeps chasing? Because she can feel the difference, and if you're not grounded, not focused, not building yourself, you'll always feel like something's missing. But if you are that man, you don't have to convince her of anything. She just knows. Now here's a question for you. What's one time in your life when a woman pulled away, and now that you look back, you realize it was because she lost respect for you? Share it in the comments. You never know, your story might wake another man up. And if this video hit home for you, if it gave you clarity or helped you see things differently, I'd truly appreciate your support. Drop a like, share this with someone who needs it, and if you feel like this kind of content is for you, go ahead and subscribe, not for the algorithm, for yourself.